All right, the LA Chargers just got a interesting playoff update. Has to do with Quinton Johnston, Lad McConkey, and the Houston Texans offense. We'll get into all three of those things. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but this channel is all about the LA Chargers because we live here in Michigan, so we followed Jim Harbaugh, started the channel. Now we're just all in and like giving you an outsider's perspective into your team and just having fun with it. Let me know in the comments. We asked this the other day. It was a lot of fun responses. What is your plan for the playoff game? Are you watching it alone, dialed in? Are you going to go to the game? I know it's an away game, but I don't know. Maybe you're going. Let me know in the comments where you're at and what you're going to be doing. Had a lot of responses. The reason I ask again is like people like, I'm in the Philippines. I'm in like all over the place. Idaho. I'm going to be watching from here, from there. I like to go to get together with friends. So let me know in the comments. Okay, here it is. Quinton Johnston this is update number 1. He was out of practice Wednesday. So Tuesday he practiced, he was listed as a little thigh injury. You're like, okay, no problem. He'll be back. And then he totally misses Wednesday. And so it's like, oh, okay, this is a big deal because Joshua Palmer is out as well. So Joshua Palmer, Quinton Johnston, now that just leaves you with Lad McConkey. You already know about J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards. It's like, are they in? Are they out? A lot of limited, questionable stuff. But because Quinton Johnston really showed something last weekend and really this season, it's like, right, you know what? He's somebody that can do something. We need him. And for him to be out is really not good. So other than that, the injury report's not terrible, but when you throw him in, it changes everything because we know that this offense isn't where it wants to be eventually in a year or two, where it's just got playmakers and it's just like, all right, this is who we have and this is what we have to do. But we've got an elite coach and we've got an elite quarterback, so we can make something happen. But you just don't have the margin for error with your skill position players to be dropping like flies. So let me know your thoughts there. But Quinton Johnston did not practice. Now, here's what's interesting about that and what I think we have to remember is you're playing the Houston Texans and you're not playing the Chiefs. You're not playing the Bills, the Ravens. You're playing the Texans. And here's why this matters. The Texans offensively, because look, you may struggle to score a little bit considering the weapons that may or may not be there. So that's interesting. But now the interesting part is that the Houston Texans offense, really bad. It just is really bad. The offensive line, not good. Stroud has been pressured 35% of the season. That's 4th highest in the NFL. They have struggled tremendously. They rank 24th in EPA per play since week 10. And the Texans have been bad because the passing game has been down so much that in the span that it has a worse EPA per rank than the running game, meaning you have a better chance of a successful play running the ball than passing. And in the NFL, just the way that rank goes and just the way the statistics are, you're going to have a better chance and a more explosive play if you pass. But they can't even pass the ball. So why does this matter? Well, you've got C.J. Stroud, who's got the 2 safety look. When he sees that 2 safety look, he's got a 36 QBR against that. That's almost last in the NFL. So if you're the Chargers, you're going against a bad offense. That means your defense can keep you in this game. You're going to stick around. They just cannot score. And you got to remember that because I think Stroud in our heads is like, oh, Stroud is unbelievable. You may not have your main guy, but you do have Lad McConkey. I want to go back and show you this play here from Lad McConkey to just, you know it, you're fans, but I mean, this play to me shows what this guy's all about. You see him in the slot. He comes open, catches the ball right here. Great catch. Okay, cool, right? I mean, you take that, a 20-yard gain, 15-yard gain, kind of gets tackled at the 50. But his ability to be totally in the air, catch the ball, drop down, and just explode for 30 yards? You can't put a price tag on that. This is hidden yardage that we talk about, hidden yardage and penalties and special teams, but there's also a hidden yardage in just, man, imagine if he gets tackled at the 50. Well, now you got to find plays and scheme up ways to get 30 yards. Instead, you can just bang, get it like that. Ladd McConkey is a special player. And so without Quinton Johnston, and you have to just go with Ladd McConkey, it's like, fine, we'll just do that. It's fine. Here's another one. This one, he's in the slot, plays this great route where he just looks like he's blocking for just a second. This corner's like, what are you doing? Boom, takes off, not open at all. Your quarterback throws it to him, finds it, and this is where he's special, and I didn't know it. Contested catches, didn't know he could do that. And now, again, 30. You'll take it, right? 20-yard gain, everyone's happy. But then if he gets tackled at the 30 or the 25, then you're playing the red zone game, right? How do you score? I got to scheme it up. You see this with the Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs takes what should be a 15, 20-yard gain, which everyone would be happy about, and he takes it 40 yards for a touchdown. Same thing right here. Boom. Cut back. Speed. Finds it, reads it, touchdown. Untouched, by the way, too. Ladd McConkey is really special, and I think you're going against a bad offense. You've got a special quarterback wide receiver combination. You've got an elite head coach in the playoffs. I like the Chargers in this spot. It's pretty crazy how good you've got to be feeling, all things considered. Another thing too, future's so bright. Here's the PFF ranked, and just kind of showed you the offensive or defensive snaps played by your rookies. And you can see that despite a couple injuries in there, you still had some of your main players play significant snaps. Because if you look at some other teams, bad examples here. There we go. Like Atlanta Falcons. Their quarterback got in there a little bit, but I mean, they got nobody really playing. Giants are terrible. You can kind of see everyone's got, like even the Lions, got one guy with almost 1,000. Then after that, not a lot of rookies played. Patriots, some of these bad teams played a lot of their players. Rams were the highest. And then, you look at, there's a couple players and then it's like nothing. 57 snaps. That's one game. So you see what I'm saying here. So for the Chargers to play guys, I lost my spot. Here we go. They've got 4 guys that played significantly. Colson got injured. So that's good. Another thing you got to be really excited about that I think is kind of a weird stat, but I see the positive in this, is PFF ranked offensive lines in the NFL, and you can see that the Chargers come in at 21. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Why I think this is good, and by the way, red means red flag, means that this is not good. Why I think this is interesting is because even with a shaky offense, according to PFF, or offensive line, according to PFF, shaky, had a couple bad spots in there with Bozeman and Pipkins, you still effectively ran the ball and protected Herbert in general, right? And this, is going to be a spot that Jim Harbaugh focuses on and improves. So even when it's shaky and not graded out that good, it's still good. And this is where that Jim Harbaugh, the physicality, kind of sticking with it, mental discipline, mental toughness. So I don't know. You think you got to be excited if you're a Chargers fan just to know that, all right, we'll be all right. Another thing I think is interesting is PFF. I'm on a PFF kick here. Just hang with me. I found a couple things. I'm like, that's interesting. Najee Harris. So it ranked who each team should kind of go after free agent wise. Najee Harris would be available, and he would be considered RB2 in this class of free agents. I just think that the running back room could be so much better. Again, another reason for optimism. Don't have a great offensive line yet. Don't have great weapons yet, and still in the playoffs and doing the things that you're doing. Imagine if you can get a nice free agent running back, draft a running back, just kind of needs to improve, right? The Ezekiel Elliott signing's that's not doing it. That's not doing it. That's okay. Okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. And let me know if you've watched all the way to the end of this video. You got to comment on this. If you're right here, you got to comment on this. Just hit us. Where does this channel rank for you amongst your Chargers content that you're consuming? There's some other guys out there for sure, but it's, just a different perspective, kind of a different type of channel. So curious on that. Again, if you've come this far, you've watched all the way to the end of this video, you kidding me? So let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.